Good morning, YouTube. How you doing today? Alan back again, and I have another spinner to review today. And this one's a little bit different. This is I guess kind of along the same lines as one of the iSpins. It is a convertible style spinner with these gigantic arms on it that are stainless steel. This thing is totally all stainless steel, very, very heavy. And this is by Duebel. This is the Duebel 6-arm droplet spinner in stainless steel. And like I said, it's quite heavy. It does have a really, really smooth spin. It's got very nice buttons on it. It is definitely a different kind of animal. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take this thing down to the tabletop. We'll break it down, go over it, and I'll give you my general thoughts and assessments on this one. Let's do that right now. All right, up close and personal time with the Duebel 6-arm droplet spinner. Comes in a nice padded black pouch, zip up all the way around. Has a sticker on the back of it, Duebel fidget spinner, with compositional ends. Just means that you can pull those off and make it your own. Basically, it's kind of a convertible style spinner. And you've probably seen this one before. A lot of reviews out there on YouTube for this one. It is solid stainless steel. It is very heavy. And it is a nice smooth spin for what it is. For being as big as it is, it does spin very, very well. It's not going to spin too well on this mat just because this thing is kind of padded and it is so heavy. But I'll show you on my scale here that it does give a nice table spin. One of the things you might notice about it right away, it does have very nice deep concave caps, very, very thick caps. Has the Duebel logo laser etched into one of the caps there, which is kind of nice. And these arms are removable, so you can pop these things off and kind of make it your own spinner. And if you make it into a bar spinner, this thing being as heavy as it is, it does wobble pretty violently. I like to make it into a tri-spinner. As you can see, it makes fidgeting with it very, very easy. Very nice, very smooth. This thing is a very, very smooth spinner. The bearing in this thing, which I'll show you here in just a second, is removable, but apparently it takes some work. I am not going to bang on this thing and try and get it out. But I will take the caps off and we'll take a peek at it as soon as I throw these arms back on. But you can see, you can take these arms out and you can kind of make it your own. You can make it a 2-arm, 4-arm, or a 2-arm, 3-arm, 4-arm, or 6-arm spinner. If you want to make it a 5-arm, it's going to wobble like crazy on you. So it's probably not something you want to do. These things are very nice tolerance, very nice and tight fit. Sometimes they're kind of a pain in the butt to get back in there. There we go. And always, one thing to keep in mind if you get one of these spinners is these arms sometimes can back out, and a lot of times they actually come loose when you get the spinner. So make sure you torque these things down really good, and she should work out really good for you. Let's go ahead and pull out the buttons. Let you take a peek at the bearing. You see it, the arms literally make contact with the bearing around the outside of it, inside this spinner. So it's kind of a pain. You have to remove all of the arms and then use maybe one of the arms to come in the backside, and you have to pound this thing to get that thing to release and come out. I personally don't want to go banging on it like that. It's just going to mar up the spinner itself, so I will choose not to do that. But that is how it is removed, according to what I found out. So you can remove it, but if you take it all apart and take the arms off, you can clean it very well, clean it easily. Just drop it into some alcohol, and then you can blow it out, and you should be good to go. This is one of the heavier spinners that I've seen. Well, definitely one of the heaviest I have. So what we'll do is I'll get that scale out again and I'll throw it on there and I'll let you know exactly what it weighs. It is heavy, no doubt about it. 129 grams. So as you can see, this thing is a beast. Probably suffer from some finger fatigue if you were to take this thing out and try and use it all day and carry it around with you. Eventually it's going to weight you down. So it does have some beef to it for sure. Very nicely machined though, if you look at it. Obviously these round droplet arms, you're not going to have any kind of hot spots or anything on those to deal with. So it is very, very comfortable, very smooth. Virtually no sound out of it. Very, very silent. So that is a very nice bearing that they put inside of this thing. So, and I also heard there is another version with a locking mechanism, locking collar around the bearing for ease of removal also. That one is also out there available on Amazon, as is this one. So, yeah, just a nice spinner. I like it. It's fun to sit around with this one at home. Like I said, I don't take it out just because of the weight and, you know, and just, you know, weighting you down, put it in your pocket. It is rather clunky that way. So, but as I do with most of my spinners, I like to take them outside. I like to let the sunshine hit them. Let you see what this thing looks like as it's warping. So without any further ado, we'll go ahead, we'll take it out, we'll get a quick warp segment done, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts on this Duebel 6-arm droplet. All right, my final thoughts on the Duebel 6-arm droplet spinner are simply this. I like it. This is not going to be my everyday kind of spinner just because of its weight and, of course, its size. It is, you know, pretty good size and it's very, very heavy. So it's not one of these things you could just kind of, you know, carry it around with you and be real discreet with. It's going to be quite heavy. So, but great table spinner for sure. Gets good spin times. It's smooth. It's quiet. Nice bearing. It is a really nice spin experience for a limited time. You know, to sit around and spin it for, you know, maybe a few minutes a day it makes it a nice experience. Any more than that, it really starts to get heavy and you start, you know, gaining finger fatigue from it. So, but anyway, it is quite popular. If you're a collector, I recommend picking one up. It's always nice to have around. Doubles as a nice hand massager. You always got that. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link down below where you can pick it up. And also, if you'd hit that like button down there for me, I would greatly appreciate that. And if you wouldn't mind coming back, check out some of my other videos. I'll leave a link up here to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you doing that. And over here will be a link to another one of my videos. Go check that out as well. So once again, my name is Alan. I want to thank you for hanging out today. And remember, keep calm, spin on, peace.